Intoxxikated motherfucking television in the motherfucking house. We got special guests. Fucking, I'm Double G.
Gang.
Fucking.
You know what it is, man.
Pida gang. Fucking luck in the motherfucking building, man.
Yeah, man.
So, damn, man. Welcome to Intoxxikated television. Damn, thank you for coming through. This is fucking amazing. I'm fucking super jazzed and fucking stoked and shit like that. Alright, man. So, how we start is we get right into it. Like, this is how we start, and then we'll branch off to everything else. But what are your earliest memories of music from your childhood? Like Baby Luck, like fucking Baby Luck, not your influences and shit. Like, what are your earliest memories of music?
My earliest memories are like, as far as like hip hop or just music?
Yeah, I'm trying to speak up too a little bit.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. As far as hip hop.
Nah, bro, just music, period.
Oh
yeah.
shit, my grandmoms and my mom's just cleaning the house.
Yup.
You know what I'm saying? Playing the stereo hella loud. And just playing just all type of shit. Like, it was always all type of genres just going through it at the same time. Like, cause my grandma, she's still, even now, she's relatively like real tech savvy, real like modern day. You know what I'm saying? Like,
all right.
She adapts real good. So she's listening to anything from Anita Baker to Mary J. Blige.
All right.
Like, all of that back then, like, ridiculous. The cleaning. So that's really where I kind of like, if you want to zone out or if you want to focus on something and do something, like music playing in the background, like driving for a long time and all of that. So
I feel you.
I feel like cleaning up. That's where like I was always hearing it.
Right. No, I feel you, man. Like my mom's too, man. Like weekends, she had the fucking record player, fucking like loud as fuck, like fucking listening to her records and fucking cleaning, and that was weekends around my house. So I get that shit, like for
cleaning
real.
and cooking.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, do you have like a certain, like, is there something that sticks out from that era that like you remember like vividly, like that you always like hearing, or it's just always a mesh of, or what?
It was always a mesh, but it was always more like R&B. It was always slow jams, love music, like, you know what I'm saying?
All right.
I guess because that had to do with what they was doing at the moment. You know, cooking or cleaning or something like that. Like,
just a vibe.
Yeah, just, you know what I'm saying? And it was always, and a lot of it was women, like, singing too. Like, you know, like I said, Mary J. Blige or Anita Baker or just hella, man, just people I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? But it was always a lot of women. Yeah, it was always a lot of women. Like, it was always singing.
All right.
And it was girl music. It wasn't really no dudes. Like.
All right. So moving past that, then I guess what do you remember like the first like music that like you discovered on your own and was like, oh shit, this is my shit, like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying, like,
rap on everything. Big L, he was a big influence on my, like, oh shit, this is rap, this is dope, because he had a lot of, like, his swag was always up to par. He had his bars was dope. It wasn't like the normal what was going on in New York. It was like he was storytelling, so you could see everything he was rapping about, and he had his own like style. So Big L was like, oh shit, I think I like the rap too. Like, and I always used to have little raps, like that I just would say in my head, but it was never to nothing or never on nothing. It was just like, you know, like when you listen to the radio and before the song come on, they let the beat play for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the day. So I used to always just say like, try to say like little stuff in between that period.
Okay.
Before the song came on. You know what I mean? So,
all right.
Yeah.
So that's a good segue. And please try to speak up a little bit.
Oh, yeah,
like my mic is cheap.
I was trying to look at the meter down there. I'm like, okay, as long as I get to the 4 and the 5.
Oh no,
good.
man. Some people are loud. It's all the way on the red and shit.
Okay.
Like, no, you good. Like,
Got
just
you.
keep it. Yeah, try to.
Got you.
But fuck. What the fuck we just talked about? Yeah. So so you just started like writing raps and shit. Did you have people around you that were doing that shit too, or?
Oh yeah, my uncle Smee.
Okay.
He used to like. He was in legal trouble, like, and he was staying with us and shit. So, but he used to pull me in the bathroom all the time, like hella late night, bro. Like I'll be in the room playing the game. Like this is when Dreamcast was out.
Okay.
I was like in the room playing the game, not supposed to be playing the game and shit. And he'll come pull me in. He'll be like, "Hey, come in the bathroom real quick and here we had this tape recorder and shit." He's like
little cipher.
Yeah, he like, hey, what this shit sound like?
You fucking rap for me, goddamn.
Nah, he was rapping. He was like, "Hey, what this sound like?" And I actually like, "Oh, that's dope." That's
all
dope.
right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So, and then that's the first time I ever even thought about recording on anything.
Okay, so he was recording on a tape.
Yeah,
tape cassette.
He was
the recorder thing.
Yeah, so it's like he would play the song, the instrumental or whatever on a tape, play it like on a big stereo, and record the voice and the beat at the same time.
Okay.
So it always had, if you did a whole song, you had to do the whole thing in one take.
Yeah, right.
Because there was no punching, because you couldn't stop and fucking still be on the same part of the beat. You feel me? So you had to just.
No punching, man.
Yeah,
fucking we one take Jake, motherfucker. We do this shit.
No ad-libs, no nothing. You
know what I mean?
You just get one take, and that's the song.
All right.
Yeah, and he used to do it, like the choruses, the verses, and be like, "Yo, how that shit sound?" I was like, "Damn, man, you just like had basically a live performance for myself in the bathroom."
All right, so like, how old is you at this time?
Oh, I'm probably like 8. I'm like in 3rd grade.
And
nah, I'm older than that. I gotta be. Yeah, I'm like 10.
All right.
Yeah, like 10.
And so like,
11 maybe.
So you see him doing this, and then you're like, you start like, what you start writing?
Yeah.
You start writing from that, or like what?
Yeah, like I started like, cause I was already.
I mean, that's an influence. Like obviously,
I was already rapping to the little parts of the beats. But I never had nothing I would actually record. Like
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? So I never heard myself or like none of that playback. So once I knew that, I could get the tape recorder, so I would go down to like Utica or something and get hella blank tapes.
All right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now I could be like, okay.
You remember you used to get the tapes and you put the tape over them and you could record over the tape and shit?
Oh, for real? Yeah, no, I didn't know how to do that.
Yeah, man. Like they have the thing on the top?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just put a piece of tape over them and then you could record over. Like, I remember, I was just talking to Dialect about this shit. Like, I had like New Kids on the Block and shit like that, and like Vanilla Ice and shit.
Oh shit, yeah.
And then like once I realized that everybody thought that wasn't cool and shit, like I was like, fuck that. So I just took those tapes and fucking recorded over those tapes and shit. But yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. Shit. You ain't know? Fuck.
I just knew we had side A and side B.
Hell yeah.
Tapes wasn't out for very long because it was when CDs was out too at the same time. So that's like
right.
Tapes was on its way out. But
Yeah. So you yeah. So how did that lead to when you start writing your own shit?
When he wasn't around. When he wasn't around, I would remember now like the bars that I had earlier.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? So when he wasn't around, I would record with the tape recorder. You know what I'm saying? So I would get a chance to actually set it up like my own studio, kind of how he had it. You know what I'm saying? With different pieces and components. You feel me? All right, record and play and.
And the bathroom got the acoustic.
Yeah. Like you had the little sound where you could. Cause our bathrooms like in New York, like it's concrete, so it's like it's everything kind of like dense, you know. Cause you got a motherfucker living above you, next to you, underneath you.
Yeah.
So it ain't really no space, especially if you ain't got like a window in your bathroom or nothing like that.
Mm.
So yeah, the bathroom was like the spot to record. Yeah. But then actually hearing the playback and actually hearing my voice and knowing like, damn, if I say it like this or if I say it like that, or just learning like, I don't know, that was the early stages of just learning like punctuation, like, if I say it like that, then that's how it sounds when it comes back out, like, you know what I mean?
And like the first time you hear yourself, like you hear yourself back, and you're like, "Damn, I really sound like that."
Yeah, everything. So it was like,
yeah, man.
It was dope because now I knew how to like. The more I did it, that's why I could record so good now. Like, the more I did it, I knew how to manipulate like how I wanted my listener to interpret what I'm saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I started getting my pauses together, or I started switching my voice and doing this word when I do that something. You know what I'm saying?
So are you working on this, like you're learning your craft by yourself, or is you like rapping with kids at school, or?
Oh yeah, no, I always learn my craft by myself. Most of the time people don't even know I rap unless like now, like, you know what I'm saying, when I really started like taking it serious, but. I'll be at work, like, I've been at jobs for 4 or 5 years, and people don't be knowing I work, like.
No, I mean, as a kid, though, like, are you going to school? Like, are you rapping with kids at school?
And, like,
dude, like,
nope.
Y'all battling and shit?
None of that. I'm just solely just doing this shit, like, at the crib, and nobody know what I'm doing.
Just, so, you remember your first rap that you wrote?
Hell no.
Okay, all right.
I be forgetting shit I already wrote.
I know, for real.
Shit that's already
we need like teleprompters and shit.
Yeah, for real. If it's not my current project, I try to stay current. So if it's like not my current project, I'm really not putting no focus into something I already did or already recorded. Unless it's a song I perform a lot or something like that.
So, damn, all right. So you don't remember your first rap, but like, do you remember the first song you recorded and shit?
Like that I put on distribution, or like,
not necessarily, but like the first time that you had your own song, like you're like, oh shit, like it's my shit, like. I mean, besides the tape recorder, like
you talking about like actual like real song, like
like you know, like regardless, like
trying to make cover art or something for it or something like that.
Yeah.
No, I don't. But I know. I know I did it on my brother's recording studio because he was the first one to really like have a recording studio.
All right. You want to speak on it?
Yeah, my brother Raymond, he still do my beats and shit now. Like,
all right.
On the beats, you know what I'm saying? So
okay.
Like we
shout out.
Yeah, we stay recording on his shit. Like a lot of these dudes that rap now, like started rapping on his shit. Like it's just he's not an in the camera type of dude, or you know what I'm saying? He's kind of like a laid back type of guy.
All right, so let's talk about it. Like, where did you grow up? Like, what's your like geographical history? Like,
Shit. New York, California, Nevada, really.
All right.
Grew up young, teenage years to New York, then moved briefly to Reno, then left Reno, went to Frisco, left Frisco, came back to Reno.
All right.
Got in trouble, was all over wherever they send me when I'm in trouble.
So
and then got released back to Reno.
Right. So growing up in New York, you said till your teenage year?
Yeah.
Okay, so growing up in New York, for being, you know what I mean, being East Coast,
Yeah.
fucking in the heart,
Yeah.
New York, you know what I mean?
For sure.
And then moving out to Cali, fucking now this is a West Coast. Like
it was
what?
Easy though.
What was the differences though? Like, did people like, you know what I mean? Cause you repping a whole different motherfucking coast and shit. Like, was it weird? Like,
nah, hell
what
nah.
what are the differences basically? Like, how was the you say it's easy?
It was an easy transition because it was no longer no snow. It was no longer no, you know what I'm saying? It's like a lot of the, and then like the projects in California, the way they built is like a luxury in New York. You know what I'm saying? Like everything in New York is built up. So it's like you got 1,000 families on 2 blocks. You know what I'm saying? Whereas California, everything built out. You in the projects living in the townhomes. You know what I'm saying? You got upstairs, downstairs. You got a washer, dryer. Like y'all got backyard. Like you know what I'm saying?
All right.
It's like damn. Like so. I go from living in an apartment building that's 7 stories high, with 7 families on each floor.
All right.
Like not 7 people, 7 families. You know what I'm saying? 7 2-bedrooms, maybe 1 bedroom, maybe 1 3-bedroom on the floor. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
That you got somebody living above you, you got some guys living below you, you got some people living on the right of you, you got some people living on the left of you. When they flush their toilet, you can hear it.
Right.
When somebody knock on their door, you can hear it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To moving to Cali, where it's like, if I really don't want to deal with my neighbors, I don't have to. You know what I'm saying? That shit was like a luxury. Like,
all right.
Damn, like, okay. But it was an easy transition because I moved to Frisco. So, like, Frisco is like, it's down there like New York. Like, you know what I'm saying? The downtown looked the same. Like,
for real?
Homelessness was the same. Like, rats running around. Like, it was
like,
that's how Brooklyn is.
I mean, it wasn't much of a transition, basically.
Nah,
like,
if you look at Frisco, like, if you look at Frisco on like a busy day or like you know, like a movie or something, it look just like
I got
New
you.
York.
Yeah, I got you.
Look just like New York. Everybody hustling and bustling. Everybody on their money. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? You got to be on your P's.
So you're like a teenage, like early teens and shit, and you move out here, and it's kind of like just a different atmosphere, but it's kind of like the same speed and shit, or what?
Exactly. The geographics was different. You know what I'm saying? Like the schools was different. People's slang was different, but it was the same struggle.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting into.
You know
like the differences and shit, kind of a little bit. Like,
the slangs was different.
How people talk.
People could tell.
Oh yeah, you.
From New York.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying too. Was that weird? Like motherfuckers know right away that you like
accent
over here.
It was cool though, cause that's how I got the chicks. Like
because you different.
Yeah, it's really cause they ain't been around me yet.
I'd be like, oh shit.
Yeah, so that's really how
ladies. This fucking guy, god damn.
Nah, I'm saying that's how it was until I started living here and get acclimated to here. And it was like, okay, you a West Coast nigga now. Like, you know what I'm saying? My accent ain't as strong, or you know what I'm saying? But I learned from Will Smith. He said in some acting, like, he get more roles not having an accent. So it's better to be well rounded. That's how you can tell when people travel, they don't really have an accent.
I grew up in the Midwest, man. I'm from Wisconsin and shit. So when I came out here, people said I had an accent. And I didn't get it because I'm like, I just fucking talk, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's how I felt.
And like people that be like, yeah, like where are you from? You ain't from here and shit. Like, you know, and I'm like, what? Like, but like I guess I'm more acclimated or whatever. Like now, like that this is just like I'm gonna talk like this wherever the fuck I go and shit. But like when I first came here, people were like calling me out, like saying I talk funny and shit or something. But damn, where are we going with this? What time is it? Okay, we got time. Okay, so as far as like was the music different from like when you're like in New York, you're on this East Coast tip, and then all of a sudden now you on the West Coast. Like what? How was that transition? You said Big L was your dude. Then you come out here, you got like what? Like how's that all working? Shit.
To tell the truth, I've always been a fan of West Coast music versus East Coast music because I felt like East Coast music was it was too structured. You know what I'm saying? Like it was too like hard. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, and I always like the music to just be like feel good kind of music. You know what I mean?
All right.
So I feel like the West Coast always had that bounce. That, you know what I'm saying? So,
smooth and shit.
Exactly. But I felt like the East Coast always had...
like all technical and fucking rah-rah.
Nah, it had better bars. Like, you know what I'm saying? But,
okay.
But the flow was more stiffer. So I feel like when I came over, I got the best of both worlds where I could have bars and I could have a flow that's not stiff. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, man, I feel you, bro.
And I feel like that's what helped me capitalize.
That's what I'm saying.
Even in my music career, you know what I'm saying, in my flow and just being diverse. You know, I feel like that's the like when you start living and you start experiencing different things and you start, you know what I'm saying, getting well rounded. It gives you more to talk about. It gives you more, just everything. It just grows.
Man, I just fucking talked about this shit on one of our recently on a. I'm gonna roll another one right quick. I was just recently talking about this shit on a recent one that probably won't be out for a while, but by the time y'all fucking catch up with this shit, if you're watching this shit, but that's how I feel. Like growing up in the Midwest, like I got the best of both worlds and shit. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have much going on. We did a little bit. I mean, the brat, fucking do or die, fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, don't get it twisted. Like we had Kid Rock, Eminem, and fucking ICP and fucking and shit like that.
But even the successes around you. It's what you experience that defines your life and helps you express yourself. Like you could have hella shit going on around you, but if you like are not a part of it or don't get it to experience it, it really kind of don't shape you. Like I'm from Brooklyn, we had hella motherfuckers like blow up, but their success never really touched me. But it did tell me that a dude from Brooklyn could make it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's dope.
So it's like that. It you know touched me in that way. But their successes never really touched my block. Like you know what I'm saying? Better what I had going on. So
I got you, man.
So but me traveling and me, you know what I'm saying? Actually experiencing life and experiencing different places, that helped me out. And I think Jay-Z might have said, somebody said it. I think Fab might have said it or something like when you do start jumping on them PJs and you do start traveling and you do start getting them checks, that all that shit that's going on at home, all that beef shit, funk shit, all that shit don't even matter no more. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you changing more lives for the better when you get in that bag.
Right.
Than when you on that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You changing lives for the worse.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Your life, other people's lives is involved with you. Other people's lives that you are engaging in. You know what I'm saying? It's like you touch way more lives when you touching that bag, and it is prosperous.
Trying to figure out what the fuck, man. So I guess we're gonna wrap it up in like a couple minutes here, but the difference between the East and West Coast music, like at the time, that I mean, the best of both worlds. That's what we were tapping in, but like, was it you know, you said that there was a different vibe and like.
Hell yeah! When I got to the West Coast, man, the Thiz movement.
So was you already writing by then?
Yeah. I was writing.
So what is you doing, man? Is you rapping at school? Like you getting all the honeys, like already?
Just doing it at my, just staying to myself.
You still keeping it like. You just doing that? Like you gotta be showing somebody.
Nobody. Me and my brothers, like my brother kind of know, but I ain't really even.
So was your brother with you this whole time?
Nah. My dad actually married their mom, and then that's how, you know what I'm saying. So we met already.
All right.
Like we already met at an age with high school.
All right. So you got to be showing, man. If you're writing and you rapping, you got to be showing somebody. Like
nobody.
You ain't going to school and like, man, check this shit out and shit.
Nope. I was saying to myself, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Like,
okay, so that's what I was asking you. So when was the first time you like made like about what age like that you like actually got your first song and you was like, this is my shit. Like I did this.
Shit.
Like.
Yeah,
and then you could be flashy and shit.
Yeah, that was like after high school. I was like 19, 20 years old. You feel me? It was like
all right.
Yeah, I wasn't even dealing with music, taking music serious. Like right around the time y'all start seeing me do music.
You was that young when you come out here?
Yeah, that's when I started doing music. Yeah.
Man, this is a good place to stop. Because me and this dude started coming around and fucking doing shows at the same motherfucking time, basically. Same era. Yup. We're gonna shut it down. We're gonna be right back. Fucking Luck is in the motherfucking building. Intoxxikated Television. Fucking subscribe. Fucking tell your grandma. Fucking tell your mom's moms and mom's moms. Fucking gang. Cheers. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1.